My name is Wendy Parton, and I chose inclusion in early childhood education as my topic for this advocacy strategy assignment. So, what is inclusion? The definition by the Division for Early Childhood and the National Association for the Education of Young Children, as released in a joint position statement, has some key components that jump out at me particularly, such as the right of every child, regardless of the ability, to participate as a full member of society. This presentation will discuss the benefits for children and families, providers, and society as a whole, as well as the desired results of inclusion, some suggestions for the future, and a special treat at the end. Hope you enjoy. The benefits to families are that there is better quality when you are seeking out a childhood program that offers inclusive practices. There are expanded opportunities for your children to learn from others and to learn how to watch others achieve goals and accomplish things even though they have challenges. Most importantly, most of these environments are extremely nurturing, and you're creating a place for your child to learn to love education. Children benefit the most from inclusive environments. They learn what they live. If children are in environments that are diverse and not segregated, then that is what they will seek out in their future. We focus on people's strengths as opposed to weaknesses in inclusive environments. This creates a sense of belonging for all children, regardless of their abilities. As a parent of children in elementary, middle, and high school, I know that 21st century skills are what is being drilled into our children, and those include communication, collaboration, and cooperation, all of which are skills that are learned in inclusive environments. The benefits to early childhood education providers are numerous. If you have the ability to work with a child with special needs, then you have the ability to work with any child. There are so many professional learning communities that you can connect with that will offer you resources. And it also sets your center apart. Having an inclusive environment shows that you respect other people's values and beliefs, and you would like your child to be exposed to those types of belief systems as well. So, my goals for advocating for inclusion is for people to not be afraid of it, to educate families and other service providers about the importance of having diverse environments, how it can be done successfully, and that it simply is being able to offer a high quality environment. If you're offering high quality, then you are able to offer inclusion. One of the major important benefits of inclusive practices, especially in this day and age, is bully proofing our classrooms and our communities. And that is a major goal in advocating for inclusion. So, where are we right now in North Carolina? We currently have 48 developmental day programs and 93 public school inclusive classrooms. This is certainly not enough to provide an inclusive option for the thousands of children in our state that require early childhood intervention services. We know from the information that Michelle Rivest shared with us in our webinar, she explained that we know even in our own state, in North Carolina, children who have received high quality early childhood education, and as I said before, inclusive education is certainly the same as those that are high quality. It improves childhood outcomes, improves third grade math and reading scores, improves child and adult health, and reduces the need for special placement and school remediation. Unfortunately, we do not have enough research at this point, and we need to make sure that we are focusing not only on the benefits to children with disabilities, but also the benefits for those children who are considered typically developing. We also know that we are not educating our early childhood professionals well enough in order to serve these children that are enrolling in inclusive programs. So, what are we going to do about it? Educate, educate, educate. I know I sound like a cheerleader, but that has got to be the key. We need to educate on every single level possible. Families, how do we educate them? My biggest way is when they come in the doors for a tour in my center, I educate them about what they need to be asking other programs. What is important in our program and sets us apart so they know what to look for in another program. And making sure that parents understand and that families understand. Children learn best by teaching others. And when we teach others kindness, we grow into kind citizens. So, what are private centers going to get out of this? Both nonprofit and for-profit will need to have professional development. It is key even for those who already have a special education background. Most counties in North Carolina have a local interagency coordinating council that is comprised of agencies and resources who are working on behalf of children and their families. And that is a great place to reach out to know how to begin to work with the children that are in your program. A couple of resources just to educate are we know that the Office of Early Learning has been doing a state improvement plan where they've been studying the effects of children that have been expelled from preschool and the direct result with high school dropout rates. You can look more into this at the website I've given, as well as the First 2000 Days website, which will educate people in society about the importance of those days prior to a child starting kindergarten. The long-term benefits for society excite me the most. Providing inclusive environments creates citizens who will have a bully-proofed society, which is so needed in today's world. We also know that 21st century skills are what businesses and educators are looking for. Children need to be able to communicate, collaborate, and cooperate. And there's no better way to learn those skills than in an inclusive environment. Some suggestions that I have, in addition to just educating, which I do believe is the most important, is that we need to have more special education classes in our BK programs. We need to have professional development specifically on inclusive practices. I would love to see demonstration sites for providers to have models of how inclusive programs work and work at a high quality standard of care. And my ideal goal would be for every child care program to have a special education teacher on staff, because every teacher will have a child at some point that has a different way of learning. Please choose to watch the above video to see a program that's making inclusion work every day. I know I went over my 10 minutes. Sorry.